Hello there everyone and welcome back to another episode of Dragon Mania Legends. So before we get into anything else today, I am going to be finally announcing our third and final team member for now. So obviously the selection was out of all of these legendaries here, and sort of after a little bit of debate between whether I wanted an offensive or a defensive dragon and stuff like that, I have finally come to my conclusion. And so the final choice for our team member was, in fact, this guy right here, the Pixie Dragon. And so a couple of you are probably like, what the heck are you doing? Use the Briar, or use the plushie when you get it, something like that. The reason I'm deciding on the Pixie Dragon is because, double plant, I can definitely get behind some of that double infection. But mostly the Pixie has quite high damage still, but she does have the wind element as well, which is the main reason I've chosen her, because she's sitting at 75 base damage when all of her elements are unlocked. The Autumn sits at 79, so she's not too far behind. Like, she definitely, if she had a little bit more damage, that would be even better, but I feel like the Pixie does fit in with what we've got. I wanted to go with a super damage-heavy team, and just having a defensive ability, so the wind, if we start off with the Pixie, say, and then just, like, storms are brewing everything, then hopefully the others would be able to finish up everything pretty quickly. Or, we could just attack with the Autumn, and then attack with the Pixie, and then attack with the Lantern, or whatever. But it was pretty close, my decision between her and the Briar. Both of them have the plant element, but the Briar does have energy, and I don't think Earth's as much of a problem at, like, really high tier leagues in the arena and that, so yeah, my decision between those two was decided because of that sole reason, really. So I feel like it's gonna work out pretty well for us, and if we use wind on an enemy, then they have to use rejuvenate, or just their water ability to take off the wind anyway, so I've always thought wind's a little bit better than earth or energy, so that is my final decision. So let me know what you think, and we are gonna have a fourth legendary team member eventually, and in all likelihood, if we ever make it there, I'll probably end up replacing it with the Sumo Dragon, because obviously the Sumo is an incredibly good dragon. So if we get our 3 team members now, level them up and stuff, and then we'll be able to replace probably the Pixie with the Sumo. But yeah, that is my decision for now, so finally decided for you guys, so you don't have to be sitting in the dark. I know a couple of you did guess it though, so good job to those of you. You probably saw it when I went into the Enchantment League and she was already a higher level than some of the others, and that's probably why you saw it. But on Windows, we are currently sitting on tier 7 of the Surf's Up event, so we are a little bit behind, unfortunately. On Android, we are sitting close to the end of tier 8 currently. But for this, we need to catch 2 more creatures, win battles in the dungeon, and now we can collect some more gold. So we'll catch that creature, collect some more gold, and wait until it finally gives us the basketball. There we go. But we do need to do our 2 dungeon fights, so we'll get that out of the way now. So for this first fight, we've got level 66s and level 67s, so I assume that Saini can deal with this, as far as I am aware. So, yeah, let's try him out anyway, and we'll use the Comet Dragon just as a distraction if they want to attack, really. But there we go, he pretty much just one-shots everything, which is pretty nice. And, yeah, I did say, I was thinking about it for so long, like, what kind of dragon do I actually want? Do I really want a just full attack-heavy team? And, yeah, I just really do. Because the Autumn Dragon and the Lantern Dragon so far have worked wonders for me. And when I did have a defensive team comp, that's when everything sort of fell apart. So realistically, I feel like this is going to be one of the better choices for us. I could have also gone with the Love Dragon, which I was really considering, but I feel like I'm just going to appreciate that second lot of infection too much. And plus, if we go against dragons that have Earth on their team, then we can pretty much just use Shadow and use plant and just get through the shields anyway. So, I don't know, maybe it's the wrong choice, maybe it's the perfect choice, I don't know. But currently, that is what I have decided. And it turns out Sadie can actually one-shot all of these guys, even though this is the harder fight, so, yeah, not too shabby, actually. I know that Andy can pretty much demolish everything here as well, so, while we're here, let's just finish off a set of dungeon fights. You can see that I really do not struggle with the dungeon anymore. It's absolutely a cakewalk, in fact, but, you know, that's what it gets to when you've got, like, really strong legendaries with high attack damage that can just one-shot everything. It's just what happens. And, you know, I do sort of forget sometimes how challenging the dungeon can be for lower level players, because, you know, this is what it looks like to me, but I do have my other account as well, so it's not like I'm just in a different world sort of thing, and we'll never have a challenging fight again. But, yeah, dungeon is now extremely easy now that Saini has leveled up. But I'm sure that when we level up our Pixie Dragon as well, the enemy levels are sort of gonna even themselves out. Because obviously the dungeon and stuff like that, they do work the enemy levels based off of your top 4 dragons. So currently it is basing the level against Reptar, who's level 57, and our Clay Dragon, which is level 54, which is why some of these enemies are so easy to kill. Or defeat. I don't want to say kill, that makes it sound a little bit more horrible than it actually is. We don't actually kill anything in this game. I think it's just like Pokemon where they just sort of faint and then they just disappear. I don't know where these dragons disappear off to, because in Pokemon they obviously go into the Pokeball, but I'm not sure where stuff goes in this. I think they just sort of disintegrate into the mud. Or into the metal in this case. But yeah, I know we don't get too much of a bonus out of doing dungeon fights, but oh, look at this. Easy as pie. It feels so good to be able to just one-shot entire waves worth of enemies, because, you know, I've just been, for so long, it was just me and my Autumn Dragon. Just, you know, use infection, everything gets infected and then dies, but you have to wait for each turn. And I've said it before, I'm a super lazy person, so the quicker I can get easy fights like this over and done with, the better it is for me. But we just absolutely demolish all of these dungeon fights, so definitely not too worried. Like 27.5 million damage feels pretty good when they are strong against it. But there we go, there are our dungeon fights for today. What do we get in our middle chest? Because I will always go with the middle chest. We missed out on a monk dragon there, which, you know, if I actually wanted the monk, that would have sucked. But we probably got, like, one of the best chests that we could have out of that. And our presents are still appearing. We've got 120 left, that is fine. We are almost done with the present collection. It's just the collecting gold that is the tough one from tier 7, and the one that takes the most time. But we do have quite a bit of food as well, so we might as well feed up Pinky a little bit as well. We currently feed her up like 1 level though, but there we go. She's already level 40, looking spick and span and all mighty, and I just love the little sort of shiny bits on her wings as well. Pretty cute overall. We do still need to awaken her elements, which, 750,000 to unlock her wind, and you know what, it's probably worth us doing that sooner rather than later, because we have to do all of the academy stuff with her, which is going to cost a fortune as well, and then we need 99 gems to unlock her final element, so I'm going to have to save up a little bit more gems for that as well. That is the most expensive one out of everything with legendaries, just saving up enough for the final element unlock. Which, I used to have a ton of gems back when I used to spend money, but obviously I haven't done that in quite a while now. I spent like nothing on my Android account not long ago, but apart from that, you know, Oh my god, we've actually gone down by like 100 ranking in the Enchantment League. This is pretty good, actually. I was talking about it a few times, but, you know, I have put in all of our lower defenders in the Enchantment League now because we were getting absolutely wrecked. So hopefully we'll be able to at least do a couple of fights now without just getting steamrolled every time we want to win like one fight. Like level 62, that's still pretty high. And that is a 2 enchanted Autumn Dragon there. So he still does a little bit of damage to us, which is quite surprising. Level 70, oh my god, really? Are you gonna do this to me? Okay, what are we gonna do? Let's use Andy, we'll give him a little bit of a defense boost with our common shield there. But our poison should demolish that Radiant there. I guess this is gonna be the only fight that we can do then. But he does have some high level stuff here. But at least we'll get one Enchantment League chest out of it at the very least. Which is better than nothing, I'll give you that. Definitely better than nothing. Level 59, yeah, he can definitely deal with that. But yeah, it's getting exciting because as soon as we get Pinky to level 45, that is when we're going to be able to upgrade Andy again. Because we need another legendary at level 45 to be able to level up past level 70. And then we need like 20 something million gold to be able to upgrade the legendary temple. And then we should be getting really close to being able to finally finish off the map, which is something that's taken far too long, to be completely honest with you, but no, we'll do it nonetheless. Oh, a lovely void one. Fantastic. Of course, that is the best one that you give me. Typical. Typical, really. For goodness sake. But that is probably more or less where I'm going to end it for today. But like I said, we've got Pinky ready. More or less, we just need to keep saving up food and gold and doing stuff like that and upgrading. And be aware that if you're not up to it yet on tier 8 of the Surf's Up event, it does have a lot of breeding elemental hybrids, so make sure that your breeding den is not full. Okay? Make sure you're not trying to breed the Dragon of the Week or anything in the meantime, because otherwise you probably will screw yourself over quite a bit in the event. But anyway, for now, I'm going to end it there, so thank you very much for watching, and until next time, I will see you then.